This day 1045, the Arukh HaShulchan Yomi, like sponsor Coach Shim Arukh HaShulchan Yomi, please come to me directly. Very greatly appreciate it. So we're doing Simon Pei Zayin Yoredea, see if you test to see if Chav Zayin. You test. Customer tour, Beitzim Hanim Toim Balfos, eggs which are found in birds, with milk, Mamed, Moraine, when it's Shuk, Shen, Gmuros, when they are completed. I mean, Gmuros are not complete, Arain, Kabasa, of Atzmo, they are like the flesh of the chicken itself. Ezu Gmura, what's considered to be complete, because the Rashi calls Sheish Bo La Chelbon, the Chelbon has a white and yolk, Bapi Shemur Regidim, even though it's still wrapped up in the limbs of the chicken. Harazim, where that's going to be complete. Ein Lo El Chelbon, if it only has white, Adain Basar, it's still considered to be like the flesh of the chicken. Rashi says when the yolk is the yolk is complete. V'adaini yaduma, if it's even still reddish, mu'ura, and still mixed tied in. Kamoha shlo shabeitim, like a cluster of eggs and mechor eshkol, which is like it's a part of like the shlo, I guess, like the collection of eggs, which is still in like a cluster. Sharetz misal b'yer midvar, but seems from what he says, shemati fil ein lo dai chabon, permits it even if it doesn't have a white ad kan l'shon. Maybe it says here because of basin even tzleim b'ofos, eggs which you find in birds, if they are completed, they have both the white and the yolk, beginning, and still intertwined with the limbs of the animal. They're considered complete, we can eat them with milk. If it only has the yolk, also it's forbidden to cook them with milk. Eat by yourself, don't wait 3, 6, or 1 hour, depending on what your minhag is. Immediately afterwards, cheese or milk. That's how they pay the Rashba, below she's the Rashi, not like Rashi, who seems to be more lenient. Yearly, it seems to me has a white yolk option where beginning, even though it's still intertwined with the animal. Beginning with milk. Doesn't mean that the white is totally complete. With the soft membrane. The all it's missing is the tough shell. If that's the case, how is it intertwined with the bird? We see clearly when we find an egg which is complete with white and yolk, without a kosher, without the hard shell. It is separate. It's sitting by itself inside the chicken. Femra cloud makes us, it's not connected at all, even partially. It's the same thing. Mizel shows by rights. Shlau, what is the shlau? Which literally means a collection. No, it means a negation. Means here also they've been negated from the limbs of the animal. The nifradu, and they're separated by dying lonis kashekli basab. They just don't have a hard shell. How yoina the hard shell which is on top of them. The like meat. But after the reloss of Kozman Shem was beginning ad kan l'shono. I'm not thinking it's Rabbi Yochanan. Whatever that is, he only answers as long as they are still intertwined with the bird's limbs. Or Rabbi Huda, I guess it is. Even still intertwined with the animals permissible. Before it's explicit, before you have the hard shell, it's not to be mura as long as there's a white and yolk, the yolk is complete, even though the white is still developing, does the dining when it's at that point it's still a little bit intertwined with the animal. When the white is also complete, it separates completely, even before the shell becomes hard. Rashi, the yolk is complete. But he says nigmar, it's complete. She's Rashi kosav sheyesh la chelbon bechelbon. The kosav shenigmar chelbon. It says it has the white and the yolk. It doesn't say that the white is complete. The white and yolk are complete. Because the white doesn't have to be complete at this point. This we can understand what he wrote according to Rashi. It seems from Rashi, even if it doesn't have a white. It seems to be difficult. He writes that it seems from his words. Hello, Rashi writes explicitly, "Kein shechelmon nigmar," that the white is the yolk is complete. We mail that ayin kan, which we can infer that automatically that the white is not. There is no white yet. No, because you could say his meaning is the yolk is complete. The white is not complete. But there is some of the white. If he said Rashi and Rashi according to this, Rashi have no argument. That's what it says. Even has no white at all. Since the yolk is complete. According to this, there is machlokes halacha. In brackets, the Arukh HaShulchan says, it here says, Tav Kabban also, or to him, he says, Rashi, Pirsham, Papi Shem, Mura, Dining, still intertwined. It also has a white. But that which you wrote that only yolk is complete. Mashma, it sounds like the Chelmon cloud doesn't have white at all. It's not clear, but Toys is sharp. The Gemura's Kaya Chelmon. He says the complete means the yolk. It ain't that way in our Rashi. According to the place, it seems that Rashi and Rashi agree. More than that, the Ika Dharmi Sham Kenu, maybe according to Ika Dharmi there, it's true. Rashi Pirush Lashon Rishon, it's according to the first Lashon. Locally, Rashi doesn't hold the Rashi, according to the second Lashon. Achatur and also became but to hold doesn't hold the way he holds it. It's a machlokes tzarich in Beduk. Chapei. So Yisrael Chamidan, unfortunately, I saw one of the great commentators, Shkasav, who writes as follows. Seems to be the Shach. What's considered to be complete? They have yolk and white. The im osan shlipas and raka muros. If it's those which are soft membrane are still are still intertwined. I feel the evidence also associated with the evidence. Main muros, if it's not intertwined, it's mutter. I've also time, but the small shlolik they're not complete. Only their yolk. I feel any muros, even they're not intertwined. Also, it's also I feel the evidence. They are like the flesh itself. It doesn't distinguish whether it's intertwined or not. It seems from what he's saying, those are complete in both yolk and white. Even they're still intertwined. Mutter, it's permissible because of gam, that's the primary, I guess, primary. Also is a little bit difficult. Why is the Ramon say it here? This I did for him to him. All that's from the Shach, but and the Shach's one writes what that. But Arukh HaShulchan says no. Whatever he writes, it's not true. The kol shenikm every time the yolk and white are complete. There's no no scenario which is still intertwined. And when the yolk only is complete, it's not possible they aren't intertwined. It's correct not to distinguish it. It doesn't have any emendation here. As we have clarified. We allow it when it has a yolk and a white option was beginning, even though it's still intertwined. Also in Pei Vav bar, but he goes as never when you hit a rooster, a hen on its tail, betila beitim, and it lays eggs. That's surah so awesome shum ever minachai. There's to be a limb of a living thing. Sheina Daim was beginning when they were still intertwined. But Din Zelgan can be a rash because Shusam Sham Sibiches. So that's the case. How can you say it's not considered possible if it's still considered to be ever minachai, right? These are going to be rash kosam nishlam because kosam nishlam the in the vela chmir. Right, in terms of the vela, they're more machmir. That egg would certainly be in the vela. B'yesh mishitir is the basar of b'chov d'rabbanan. Hekel basar of b'chov d'rabbanan. They were conversely they're meko. It's a shach. Yesh mishitir to those who say the isra minachai shani. Prohibition ever minachai a limb from a living thing is different. Because not that the Torah allowed eggs altogether, all eggs, because they are limbs from living things. Torah permitted, only those which are not intertwined. There to those who answered that the Isra Basachov Tam Toi. This has to do with taste. when there is a white and yolk, even though they're intertwined, they have no taste to me. Supposed to the prohibition of ain't totally, but time is only do a taste. See, Shlomo's distinction. Those who say the behem has gone, but can't also cause much muros. Really, it's also here as long as they're still intertwined. Even has no taste of meat. The meat sees, that's the Taz. The meat says, it seems the Vade Gam B'Sham Dino Kumokan. The same halacha. Ach B'Sham Im Shabar B'Ofen Acher. There we can clarify. We can explain the Kshenigmar Gam Achelbon. Once the white is also complete, Shuv Animals begin. They're no longer intertwined. Before the white was complete, who rough him out, it's very soft. That if the egg lays it, it's going to spill the gamri. All you're going to have left is the yolk, the gila chelmon, or whatever the white grew. And you won't be able to tell that there's any white. Only when it's inside the chicken looks that peel, not when it falls out. If he's a shopper, Rashi saying good, B'Sham. There, if it's no longer intertwined, meaning that the yolk is complete, and together with the white, mutter, it's permissible. When it's still intertwined, you can only discern the chelmon, and also, therefore, it's also. If it only has yolk, also b'ashachov, you now have to go with milk. It's not literal. We explained that cooking chicken with milk is permissible. Much is barak. Achil means to eat. Achil HaShulchan, lose the language of Torah. Shenikra achil b'shu, which calls eating, cooking. It's the shachar pri chodesh. V'zesh kos now it says the achlim b'fnatzi, eat them in themselves. You can add words cheese, or chav, or milk. Yesh chokim said those argue. So they hold the tikkun rabbanon came to raisa tikkun. And the rabbanon enacted, they made enacted similar to the raisa. But somebody wants meaning and has what to rely. After all that is said and done, it's not a lachamaisa. Because even if we find eggs hard in shell, they don't eat them with the milk they found inside the hen. Based on the egg came out, even in soft shell, even the only soft memory, you can eat with milk. There's no reason to be lacher. Chafei, basar b'chal mushan, smoked meat and milk. Basar b'chal meaning they soaked them together. And then they hung them in smoke. So too, basar which is cooked in the hot springs of Tveria. And look, they don't give makasem. They should always say, "By b'yushalmi," is a question. Yushalmi, the dorim, because it could be sure it's clear to be cooking in basar and bab. Or not for a suffix Torah, it's a suffix the rice. Therefore, you have to ask even by no misafik. Yesh mishamash midvarav. There's a rak rabbanan asur, but those who say it's only rabbanan, they're saying okay, that's not true. It's a suffix the rice. Yesh those who say the ushan when it's smoked ain't suffix the looking of. There's no question. Do get markers for it. Mishum yusham b'Shabbos omer sham. The Shabbos chayim. If we smoke on Shabbos, you're chayim because of cooking. May do it in the basar b'chalav. There'll be true basar b'chalav as well, says the Pri Chodesh. There's no evidence from Shabbos Ayin Sham. Since Yerushalmi doesn't mention basar b'chalav, Shemai the basar b'chalav have a suffix. As a basar b'chalav, it's a question. Somebody cooks milk, meat in milk water. Well, I think it's believed that's whey. Or milk which you found inside the udders of an animal which died, or which was slaughtered, or or the milk from a male animal, or or somebody who cooked milk in blood and milk, potter is exempt. You don't get malchus and eating it because prohibition is chav. Rabbanan also never has it's Rabbanan mishum basar b'chalav anakan basar b'chalav mutar b'bishul but not they'll be allowed to cook it and the right benefit from it. Milk of a male human, it's not called milk at all. Now the Tokadera shall basar fell into a fleshik pot, Eino Oser does not forbid it. Logram Mechavish is no different than the milk of a woman. She's Barsha Eino Oser, which that it doesn't forbid. Avakolish is Bara Osim Hamachol. But in all these cases, the food itself is Oser, Kamachol of Gomer, like absolute milk. I feel Bebishul, Nachal Oser, it's certainly appropriate to be machmir not to cook them together. Chavsan Yesh, some of those say the decision by the Gemara, the Master, the Mechol, part that which says in way or exam. It's not the way which we refer to this way, which is the milk which remains behind. When you solidify the cheese, that's why it's going to be milk water, and it's going to be mecholav for us. Minateira, so some rice. Mecholav udachar shows some gvinos after you make cheese. Eventually, so you cook the curds of ochel tzaflamala and the foods. Rise to the top. My mom is just water beneath. That's called milk water. So that's a rush. But that's places and that's why Hashem lo near a cane, but rather that's also considered to be milk. Ayin sham. In Rashi should be mishgeh. Belas. Game gamli subei. Perak reish begil the psachim. Pirish cane. Ayin sham. So it seems to him that it is actual way.